Well, here's to hoping that cooking is a lot like riding a bicycle, and once you get the hang of it, you don't forget it. Even if you sort of neglected your duties for a while, everything has settled down and it's time for me to get into a good, solid cooking at home routine. I'm gonna dust off my crock pot and bring you several delicious crock pot recipes this week. I am so glad to be back in the kitchen with you today, and I hope that these recipes will inspire you to fix your family some good, healthy, nourishing meals this week. So welcome back to my kitchen. I'm very excited to share these recipes with you. Let's get started. First recipe is going to be creamy chicken fajitas in the crock pot. So these are all of the ingredients. I've gathered them up. Now I'm going to start prepping my vegetables, and then really all we have to do is throw everything in. So let me chop up these peppers and onion, and then we'll get started putting the recipe together. I'm going to slice my onion in half and then in small chunks. That'll make it easier to manage. Someone commented on how people are very often on YouTube videos like wasteful of the different pieces and parts that they cut off. Like, this could be something that we just throw away, or we could just pull that out and slice it also. That way we're getting, that's a substantial part of the pepper. If you're in a hurry and you don't care, you can just throw it out. But if you want to try and get every little piece out of all of your vegetables that you spend your money for, just try to narrowly cut out the pieces that you don't need or that are not edible. Then you can use all of the ingredient instead of throwing a lot of it away. I really have been missing sharing videos with y'all, so I'm so glad that we are back together in the kitchen. A lot of you gave me some really good ideas and good feedback for future videos, and I really appreciate your feedback. I appreciate you helping me to figure out helpful types of topics that will help you in creating healthy meals for your family and making your home for your family. So keep all of those ideas coming. I've made a mental list, but I haven't quite put together my November video list yet, so there's still time. If you have anything that you would like for me to go over, talk about, share with you, I would love all of those ideas. Okay, we have one more. What I love about this recipe is how simple it is to prepare. So this is really all of the prep work that we have to do. Chopping the peppers and onions. The rest of it is going to be pretty much done by the crock pot, which is one thing I love about crock pot recipes. You never have to do a lot of work, and as long as you can prepare ahead of time, you'll have a perfect meal ready for supper. It's a bright sunny day here, so excuse all of this brightness over on this side of the screen, but I'm going to open up my chicken packs and place them on the bottom of the crock pot. I'm gonna do 2 pounds of chicken. We like to have extra protein. If you are trying to cut cost and reduce cost, you can just add 1 pound and it should be plenty with all of the vegetables. Just place the chicken as flat as you can. Okay, now that we have the chicken, it's really important to season this well. I like to make my own seasonings. You can just get a fajita packet or a taco packet, but I find it's a lot more cost effective and healthier if I do the seasoning myself. So I'm just gonna put some salt, cumin, chili powder, and a little bit of garlic on the chicken, and then I'm gonna throw in all of my vegetables. You'll wanna season the vegetables also. So just the same seasoning mixture, salt, cumin, which actually is the main ingredient in fajita and taco seasoning, chili powder, and a little more garlic. Now all we have left is to add 1 cup of salsa, 1/2 cup of chicken broth, and 1 8-ounce block of cream cheese. I've cubed this. I'm just gonna lay it on the top and it will melt, and then we can mix it all in before we serve. And that's it. That's all we have to do to get supper going tonight. I'm gonna put mine on high because it's in the afternoon and we have a ball game tonight, so I have to have it ready by about 4:30 or 5 o'clock. If you have all day, put it on low and it will be ready to go in 6 to 7 hours. Okay, it's about time for dinner. Let's see what we've got. I need to just stir it up a little, and I'm going to take some forks and sort of shred up the chicken a little, and then we'll be ready to eat. I accidentally made fajita soup instead of fajitas, but it looks really good, so I think it'll be a good mistake. I love when things like this happen in the kitchen because it's such a good reminder that even if things don't exactly turn out like you expect them to, sometimes, as Bob Ross says, they are happy accidents. This definitely was one of those accidents that will be repeated in my house, and I hope that you will give this recipe a try too. Before we move on to our next recipe, I want to tell you about this amazing Akluer double-sided treadmill that is going to be a game changer in my house. So I've sort of self-diagnosed myself with a little bit of a health issue. That's not really a big deal right now, but I feel like if I'm not careful and proactive, this could really turn into something major. So my mode of attack is going to be trying to get all of my steps in every single day. And this Akluer double-sided treadmill is going to help me get that job done. So this amazing treadmill is not only just a regular walk or run treadmill, but it also is double-sided. So you can fold the handrail down, flip it over, and you can get a shiatsu massage while you recover from your walk or run every single day. It has little balls underneath the B side of the treadmill, so it's almost like you're experiencing a little bit of acupressure while you recover from your walk or run. This is really helpful for reducing inflammation and stress. Also, if you have lower back pain or leg pain, this massage side will really make a big difference. When I was trying it out at first, I really felt like it would be very beneficial for someone who may have experience with neuropathy in their feet, or maybe even sciatica pain, something that is a little bit troublesome and you want to get a handle on it. I feel like this is going to be perfect for you. The best thing about this little treadmill is the space-saving design. So you fold the handrail in, flip it on its edge, roll it to wherever you want to store it, and it will fit behind your couch and nobody will even know it's there. It is a really amazing little treadmill that is going to serve me very well in this season when the days are getting shorter. It's going to be cooler in the winter time, and I'm going to be able to spend time with my family, walk on the treadmill in the living room, and then put it behind the couch until the next day. I'm really excited to tell you that Akluer has offered my viewers a 20% off discount code, so make sure you click the link in the description below, and when you add it to your cart, put in the promo code Homemade Simple for 20% off. And in addition to that, right now they're offering free 3 to 5 day shipping for all of the United States customers. So if you've been looking for a way to sort of up your activity without having something really big and bulky in the middle of your living room or bedroom, I hope that you will give this Akluer double-sided treadmill a try. And if you do, let me know what you think about it as well. Okay, now let's get back to the kitchen. Okay, it's time to start dinner today. We are going to make a chicken, mushroom, and spinach rice casserole in the crock pot. Got my crock pot all washed up from yesterday and ready to go. I'm going to chop up a couple of these vegetables, and I'm actually going to chop up the chicken. Then we're going to throw everything in the crock pot, turn it on low, and let it cook all day. I got a really good deal on these organic mushrooms at Sam's, and I want to make sure that I don't waste any of them. This is a large container. It's probably 2 pounds. The recipe calls for 8 ounces. I'm just going to throw all of these in. I don't think it will damage the recipe any, but just know that 8 ounces is all you need. Okay, so I washed all of my mushrooms. I know that is controversial. I get a little bit nervous about eating fresh mushrooms if I don't wash them and clean them really good. So normally what I do is just run water over them, scrub them a little. I don't normally just eat fresh mushrooms by themselves, so if they get a little soggy, it's not really a problem for me. The main thing I want to do is make sure that there's no dirty dirt left in there, and so that's just the way that I do mushrooms. I know a lot of other people would disagree with that choice, but you do what you normally do with mushrooms. I'm just going to slice all of these up, which is going to take a minute, so I'll get back with you in just a second. Okay, that's a lot of mushrooms. My family is probably not going to be very happy with me, but I've washed this container, so I'm just gonna put all of them into the container, and I'll pour everything into the crock pot in a second. Mushrooms add a lot of nutrients, and also these are portobello mushrooms, which are going to add a lot of protein. And that was a very inexpensive batch of mushrooms. Normally fresh mushrooms are just priced too high for me to afford. Those I just found at a good day, I guess. So I'm going to chop up this one onion, and I'm also going to chop up my chicken. Okay, now all that's left is to add everything to the crock pot. I'm going to rake the chicken in first, then the onions and the garlic. Add this ton of mushrooms. I'm gonna add 1 cup of wild rice. I got this wild rice from Thrive Market. It's hard to find good quality wild rice, but this has been really good, and it's inexpensive if you have a Thrive membership. You can also use brown rice, or you can use quinoa. Either one of the 3 will work really good in this recipe. I'm going to add 2 cups of chicken broth. You might have to adjust the amount of chicken broth based on the rice or quinoa that you choose in this recipe, but I'm hoping that 2 cups is enough. I'm gonna add about a teaspoon of basil and a teaspoon of oregano, and I'm just gonna stir everything together. I should have put the rice on the bottom. That may have been a mistake, but we'll see how it turns out. Cook it for 5 to 7 hours. Okay, we have had a busy day, been gone all day, and it's nice to come home to dinner already made. So it looks like the rice soaked up the chicken broth pretty well. I was really concerned that it wasn't going to be ready. The only thing I have left to do now is add the spinach and the feta cheese, and then it'll be ready to eat. The recipe calls for 2 cups of spinach. It wilts down so much. Just add however much you want, and it still won't look like enough. And then I'm also gonna sprinkle some feta cheese on top, and I'll just sort of stir all of it in. Try to cover the spinach, and that will allow it to wilt like it needs to and warm through. This needs to be done maybe 15 minutes before you're ready to eat. Before I taste it, the smell is really good. The appearance is not really something that my family is going to be super excited about, but the nutrition level in this meal is really high, and the protein level is really high, and I think it's gonna be really good, but just appearance wise, it's not the most beautiful meal, just full disclosure. So prepare yourself for that. But in about 15 minutes, we'll plate this up and see how it tastes. Okay, it's been about 15 or 20 minutes, so I think it smells good. I will give it that. I'm afraid my people are not gonna like it, but I think I might like it, and I'm thinking you might like it too. Okay, this meal was really, really good. My family did have a little bit of a comment about the appearance of it, but they followed that up by saying it was really good, a lot better than they expected. So make sure that you give this one a try. You can find all of the recipes down in the description box below. Okay, it's time to put together our next crock pot meal. Tonight we are going to have cheeseburger soup. I don't know why I've never tried this recipe. I have heard of it before, but it's sort of laid low on my radar, so I'm really excited to try it. I've already browned my ground beef, and so all I really have to do to get it ready is mix up my beef broth and chop up my vegetables, and then we'll be ready to go. The recipe calls for some baby carrots, or you can use a couple of large carrots. I'm just gonna throw those in. So those are already done. I normally don't peel my potatoes. I like to leave all of the nutrients that I can whenever I use my vegetables, but I feel like in this recipe, if there's gonna be like floating pieces of the peel, I don't think that's gonna be ideal. So I'm just gonna peel them this time. Just know that it's preference. Either way will be fine, I think. I just feel like my family might like it better if I peel them first. I hope this potato is okay. It doesn't look okay. Let me go get another one. That looks gross. I don't really know what happened to that potato. Like it had a hard life or something. So this one looks better. Most of the time when I get potatoes at Aldi, for some reason, they have that green tint to them. I know that that is not good to eat, so it's good that I'm peeling this one. You have to be careful with your potatoes at Aldi. I love Aldi. It's my favorite grocery store, actually, but I have chosen to stop buying my potatoes from them for the most part. I prefer to buy my potatoes either at Costco or Sam's. It just gives you better quality. And this green tint, it's like some kind of sunburn or something. I don't know exactly, but if you see a potato with this kind of green hue on it, make sure that you peel those potatoes. They're not going to be really ideal for you to eat. Okay, so I'm just going to chop these up into maybe 1-inch chunks. It's my dad's birthday today. He's turning 80, so I'm really excited to go and spend a little bit of time with him. I'm going to make some lunch, and I made him a cake. Coconut cake is his favorite. My grandmother used to make a coconut cake, and it was his favorite cake. So I did talk to her about her coconut cake recipe. I cannot make the coconut cake like she used to, but I try to make it pretty good. I'll share that recipe with you sometime, but the easy version, because my grandmother's version was really hard. But it's so nice to have supper already planned out, already cooking while I'm gone. Just makes the day less stressful when you know that you're coming home to dinner almost ready. These onions are so strong. They have made me cry every day that I've used them this week. This is the last one, so I'm glad to get rid of them. Okay, that's it. That's all of the prep work since I've already browned my ground beef. So everything is done. All I have to do is mix up my beef bouillon. I love this beef bouillon. It is, first of all, organic. It's inexpensive. They sell it at Costco for like less than $10 for a large one. I didn't get this one at Costco, but I saw it yesterday, and I think it has 100 servings for $10. Not only does it have trustworthy ingredients, but it just makes it super easy. So I'm going to put this together and then put everything in the crock pot. Are you gonna help me put supper together? Okay, you wanna pour everything in?
Mommy, I just flipped that.
Oh, you flipped the lid? Okay,
Yeah.
You ready? Okay, let's pour the tomatoes in first.
Mommy, it has some black things.
It's fire roasted tomatoes. Just pour them in. We need 1 large can of diced tomatoes. These are fire roasted. You can use regular. Anything is fine. I'm gonna pour this beef broth in because I put it in boiling water to help it mix better. And it's just really hot, so I don't want you to burn yourself.
I'll help you.
Okay.
I was controlling your hand.
Okay, now we're going to put 1 pound of ground beef in. And now we'll put our vegetables. So we have 1 cup of carrots.
And I don't like
2 potatoes.
Oh, those are potatoes, right?
1 medium-sized onion.
Ugh, everybody doesn't like onions, and so for me, I don't like onions. They stink.
They do stink. You're right about that.
Mm.
Okay, we're gonna mix all of this together. Also, you can use some celery if you want to add some celery to this. I'm not a huge fan of celery, so we didn't add that to ours.
I am a huge fan of celery.
Okay, I'll add it next time. Okay, so this is all we need to do for now, and then in about 6 hours or so,
Hey, Mommy.
In about 6 hours or so, we'll add the rest of the ingredients.
Hey, Mommy, it looks like everything is stinking.
Okay, let's put this on low, put the lid on. Now are you ready to go visit Pawpaw?
Yes, Mom.
Let's go.
Mommy, here is all dried up.
I know it, I need to fix it.
Yeah, I need to.
Okay, my soup has been cooking for a really long time, probably about 6 hours or so. I've got my milk. I'm going to whisk in a couple of tablespoons of flour. This is called a slurry, so whenever you want to thicken a soup, or usually it's a soup, just add a little bit of flour to some kind of liquid, water, milk, whatever you choose, and whisk it in really good. That will keep it from clumping. It might leave a couple of stray clumps of flour, but it's not going to be as clumpy as if you just poured the flour into your soup. You don't want to do that. It will not end well. Turn on the lights. That's usually Chris's job. He always comes in and reminds me that I need to do that. Okay, now I'm just going to whisk in a cup and a half of milk and those 2 tablespoons of flour, and I'm gonna add 2 cups of cheese. This looks like a lot of cheese. I love cheese, so it's not a problem. Just stir that in. It's not quite as creamy as I would like for it to be. I think I'm gonna add a little more milk after I stir this cheese in and see how it does. I mean, I have an unlimited supply of milk, so why not, right? That's probably another half a cup of milk. Okay, that's looking pretty good. I'm gonna leave this with the lid on so that the cheese can melt. I think I'm gonna cook up some bacon. That's completely optional, but it sounded really good right now. Okay, I think the soup has thickened up as much as it's going to. Looks really good. I've gathered together some topping options. I really want to put pickles in it. That just seems like the right thing to do, but I'm not sure it's gonna work right. I got these plantain chips at Costco. They were giving some samples. I've never had a plantain before. I've always wondered what they tasted like. And they sort of have a unique, almost potato chip flavor, but more substantive. Like, I don't think it's gonna get soggy. So I might try that in a couple of bites of mine, and I'm just gonna sort of experiment. This cheeseburger soup was another big hit with my family. It tasted really delicious. Not really like a cheeseburger, so I might have to go back to the drawing board on that aspect of it, but it definitely was really good. A perfect fall soup, and it really hit the spot. I hope that you will give all of these recipes a try. Also, let me know what your favorite fall time crock pot recipe is. Maybe I can include it in next week's video. I'm really excited to be back in the kitchen with you. I hope that today's video was helpful for you. Don't forget to check out the Akluer treadmill link down in the description box. Also, make sure that you use the promo code Homemade Simple so that you can get your discount. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a wonderful week. I love you, and I will see you again next time.